Oh, I'm having another wonderful day and I love it. Okay, where did you go? So that's out of the way. That's there. That's there. The last question I need is, did we make it? Yes, we did. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my weekly wellness discovery show. I'm glad you're here today. Really, the best way for you to have a nice, long-lasting life where you look good and feel good is by learning different things you can do naturally to have better health. So today, we're going to be talking about gut instincts. Now, we're also going to cover a show that we just had here last Wednesday, Her Wellness Matters. So I'm going to cover a little bit about that. And also, there's some new articles in my wellness center that I want to kind of brief you on. And I'm looking forward to that too. So today, oh yeah, today you should have received your monthly Vitality for Life newsletter. If you don't see it yet, it's probably either in your spam box, could very well be in the promotional section, or you just didn't get around to getting your free copy yet. And we'll get there in a second. In fact, right now. If you haven't subscribed, I highly encourage it because all the information in there is very non-biased. It's not a one-size-fits-all program. So I got a lot of things in there that I don't even do myself, but you know what? It works for others, so I leave it there. So it's a place where you take what you like, you leave with the rest, you leave what you don't, and enjoy the rest, which is, all sorts of interviews with experts. There's recipes. All of our past shows are in there and a whole lot more. So at the end of today, I'll make sure that there's a link for you to be able to do that. So a little bit about me. My co-host Lymeir is with me because May is Lyme Awareness Month, and Lyme was actually the beginning of my education. As you can see, education is key, and I want to thank Brenda Goodwin Sterling. She's the actually the one who makes Lymeir. If you know anything about Lyme, she's in Nova Scotia, and she's one of the biggest advocates I know. But besides all of that wonderful stuff, that was the beginning of my education. I was bit by a tick in 97, and I very quickly learned that sometimes mainstream medicine is not going to be there for you. So what do you do? And that's where I started looking for alternative answers. Like, it's amazing what you'll do when you're in a lot of pain and you're desperate to get your life back. And, at first I thought a lot of this stuff was pretty woo-woo until I started trying it. And woe and behold, in little bits and pieces, it was making a big difference in my life. So now what I do is I take the last 20, 30 years of all my rotten lemons, I put them together and built a lemon chiffon pie for you. It's all in my center. It's in these shows. It's in my blog. It's on YouTube. And the whole purpose of my doing this is to help you improve your health by showing you all the different things that you can do with nature that's going to give you the power to live your best life. So I'm really glad you're here with me today. Thank you. So let's talk a little bit about the event we just had last week that I alluded to earlier. Her Wellness Matters, that it will actually be in your wellness center in the event that you missed the show, or maybe you want to catch a replay of it. You can do that. There's also some really good wellness articles that are in my center as well, and I'm going to kind of touch on those a little bit too. Burnout, it's a big thing, and I don't care if you're, male or female, but for women in particular, it's tough because we try to build a career while playing mummy, looking after our family, looking after our relationship, showing up for everybody basically but ourselves. And the weight of that really can wear a person down, and that leads to burnout. Don't mind the typo on the screen. I'm not perfect either. Okay, see, that's what happens when you have burnout. You make mistakes. Okay, the good news is that burnout is actually preventable. And so in that article, there's 9 ways listed that you can use to help protect your energy and peace of mind. There's nothing saying you have to do all 9, but if 1 or 2 make a big difference, go for it. Okay, also this one is in here too. And I mean, I'm sure with everything that I've just described, the result of that is we get tired, foggy, moody, cranky. We start to wonder just what the hell is going on. And it might be more than just life. This, particularly for women, could be your hormones. And in that article, it kind of goes into what happens when your hormones are out of whack. There's a couple of supplements that are listed that actually help to support hormone balance. It's too bad they don't support speech. Okay. Also, prenatal days are very important, especially the first 1,000 days. And this article looks into the important vitamins and minerals that are needed to support a good, healthy pregnancy. In fact, a recent study from the USA reveals that a lot of the prenatal supplements that are out there on the market are falling really short. I mean, they're missing key nutrients or there's not enough of them, and they're providing them at suboptimal levels with suboptimal quality. So you want to check that out. Okay, another reason for fatigue in women is iron deficiency. In fact, it's one of the most common mineral deficiencies that we have. It can, like I say, it can lead to fatigue, poor concentration, and a bunch of other symptoms. Again, it's especially in women of childbearing age, and there's a reason for that. So getting the right amount of iron, it really makes a big difference because if you have too little of it, is going to be exactly what I just described. Too much can make a big difference on your health too. It's called hemochromatosis. I'm familiar with it for a reason. So you want to make it an important part of your regimen to test your levels so that you're choosing your supplements wisely on that. Okay. Also, there's some really good videos in there. I love videos. Dr. Bruce Daggy, you may have heard his name before. He explores some of the top prenatal supplements that are out there that are very affordable. All right. So we have an upcoming event. Surprise, surprise. We have one every month, right? But could your gut be making a difference on how you're feeling and how you're functioning? We often blame things like stress, anxiety, external chaos, brain fog, you name it. But what if the real root issue is inside your gut? Good question. Now, scientists are now actually recognizing the gut as being your second brain. And there's good reason for that. It produces 90% of your body's serotonin. It is always talking with your nervous system constantly, and it plays a big role in your neurodegenerative diseases. I know it says may, but it does. Now, if you've been feeling off, be it that mentally, emotionally, or even physically, your gut could be trying to tell you something. So we have this upcoming event that I hope you join us on because you're going to discover some wellness breakthroughs that nobody really talks about is the gut-brain connection. It's called Gut Instincts. What a surprise, right? But you're going to discover that gut-brain connection, how we can feel both so that we could have better mental resilience as well as having long-term brain health. Now, just to give you sort of a little bit of a sneak preview on it, one of our guest speakers is going to be Dr. Tanya Hardig. She was in the one just last week as well. But this time she's going to be sharing how our gut and brain are in constant conversation with each other and how that connection can influence our mood, our focus, our resilience, and what our long-term brain health is going to be. Also, we've got a fellow I really enjoy, Dr. John Westerdahl. He's going to be having a look, and this is, a lot for the men, at saw palmetto, the research in that, what to look for in a high quality supplement as such, and how this herbal remedy supports prostate health and wellness. Women, we can use this too. My hair is really long, partially because of this, and also it helps with bladder spasticity. If you want to know more about that, get a hold of me. I'm happy to share that with you. So also, we're going to go behind the scenes. We're going to look at what a typical wellness enthusiast or guru's refrigerator would look like so that we can, sort of get an idea of what the healthy must-haves, the hidden gems, and the smart things we can do to swap out some of our not so great habits with better habits so that we can up our nutritional levels. That'll be a lot of fun. And there's again some healthy recipes. Who doesn't like recipes? And these ones are great. They're very easy, they're delicious, they're great ideas that are going to help support your gut health and fuel your brain with every bite that you're enjoying. So, from gut health and moods to stress relief, smart nutrition, and men's wellness, this event is really powerful. It's going to be connecting a lot of things that gives us the fuel for a good, real, lasting wellness based life. I couldn't get that out, sorry. But grab your spot. That's Wednesday, June 25th, almost a month from now. That's 8 o'clock on the east side, 5 o'clock on the west side. And I realize a month from now is very difficult to decide what you're doing at that point, but grab it now. The reason being is you're going to get busy. Summer's on us. Also, if you miss it because you're busy and summer's on us, it's not a problem. You're going to get the replay sent to you right away in your inbox, which is fabulous. That way you can kick back with your favorite buddy and watch the show. Okay, quick recap of everything today. The newsletter that came out just this morning, it's just absolutely jam-packed of tips for managing mood swings, learning a little bit about what our hormones might be trying to tell us. And you can learn some simple ways to reconnect with your body's natural rhythms. And again, I want to remind you about the show that's coming up next month. And that again is on June 25th. I think I said everything I need to say here, so I'm just going to roll forward. Now, those of you who are into wellness, I really appreciate it because you know I am. And if you want to increase that, feel free to join my wellness community on Facebook is Danny's Wellness Tribe, and I'll make sure that link is attached as well as the one to my online resource center. And again, if I haven't said it enough times, register for the upcoming web show that's coming up next month. That way you get the replay, even if you can't make it. And if there's any of the links that you would prefer, I just directly send to you, not a problem. Let me know. I can do that. But otherwise, they're going to be attached up above, below, wherever you're watching to the show. So thanks again for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Again, I do like the idea of you and your family being extremely healthy. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday on my Tea Talk. I haven't even decided yet what I'm going to cover this time. I just finished yesterday a 4-part series on the Lyme cancer connection. So if you missed that, you can find that either on my fan page, Danny Cade Wellness, or YouTube, Danny Cade Wellness, or you can just get a hold of me and I'll send you the links for it. Okay, I think I've got everything covered. Make it a great day, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.